Hey everyone, so I've been talking about this a little bit before I jump into it. Of course, this is a timeless reading. I get my information from God and from the Holy Spirit. I don't use cards or anything. If you'd like to work with me on spiritual advice, twin flame stuff, astrology readings, and much more, my information is in the description below. Um, Remember that masculine can be feminine, feminine can be masculine. We all have masculine and feminine energies in us, so use those terms as they make sense in your situation. Um, you can also use this as a manifestation reading. All you need to do is claim this energy as your own. All right, y'all. So let me get into it. So you are mirrors with your divine counterpart, masculine or feminine, depending on what situation you are in. You are mirrors. And remember, the environment is also a mirror for you. So if you're thinking that this is not true, just start thinking about the people that you encounter and what they are doing. And you'll start to see that others are mirrors for you. Remember that, say, for example, when you look at your divine counterpart, masculine or feminine collective, that they're doing something, for example, and you're looking at them and you're complaining about them. And when you take your time, you're patient, and you really reflect on what they're doing, you start saying, dang, I'm doing the same thing in my relationships with them or with others. And somewhere, or you have done this, in some way you're mirroring each other. And the way that you could get the situation to improve is by you changing something that you're doing too. Because they're not going to change. Sorry about the noise. They're not going to change if you don't change in some way. So, for example, you may be saying, oh, that person is, never admits that they're wrong, or they never take responsibility. But when you look at yourself, you start to see that maybe you don't take responsibility for the things that you do. Or you say, why won't this person open up and let me in? But you won't open up and let other people in. Um, why won't you? You're asking them, why won't you give me a chance? But you won't give anyone a chance. So do the thing again. This is a message that's repeating. Do the thing that you want someone else to do, and you'll see that the situation can improve. It can move. Now, there are situations where the person is not going to do something different. And that's because it's supposed to be that way. You don't have to do the same thing. You can do something different. You can make changes. So if you don't like things being the way that they are, like sometimes I know we get stuck and we say, no, but I want this person to do what I want them to do. Sometimes they're not supposed to, and you have to stop. You have to walk away. You have to let go unless you're okay with things being the way that they are. And if you're not, then consider making changes. Um, you don't have to be in the same situation you were in before. You can change things. You don't want to assume that a person is just not going to change. They're not going to do anything different, whatever, if you're not doing anything different either. So, again, if you want things to change, you start with yourself. If you want things to get better, you start with yourself. You start to get better. You start to change. And then you will see that the other person can start to change. All right, y'all. I didn't want to make this video too long. Again, it's another mirror video, but it is important. That's why it's a repeating message, and I'm going to plan to bring you another message soon. All right, y'all. As always, happy lightning fast manifesting, and I'm gonna talk to y'all again soon. All right, love ya. Bye for now.